Hello, MGC members. Ryan Paulson coming to you from the pit, our indoor golf facility here at MGC. We wanted to start something new for you and do some weekly lesson videos in the Tuesday times. I wanted to also try to make this interactive as we go forward, so I'd love if you submitted any topics or questions you had. Just simply email me there. But today, I figured, why not start with the most important part of the golf swing, which is impact. For those of you that have taken lessons from me or currently are taking lessons from me, you'll be somewhat familiar with this because I talk about it a lot in my lessons. But I wanted to discuss the big three of impact. And the first and foremost, number one thing we're going to talk about today is face angle. The next videos coming up, I want to discuss number 2, contact to the face, and then number 3, I want to discuss our ground contact. That's what I refer to as the big 3, okay? So, number 1, let's start with the face angle today. I want to define it. I want you to understand what it actually is. I want you to understand how it's controlled in the golf swing. And then I want to give you some actionable items, some things that you can start doing today to become more aware of this club face. All right? So first off, club face, we can have it too far open, too far closed. So if I swing down and my club face is aimed out to the right, that is defined as too far open. That ball is going to go too far to the right or somewhat to the right. If I come down and somehow my club face is aimed to the left, that would be too far closed, and that ball is going to go somewhat to the left. Okay? We're shooting for what we would refer to as a square club face. That's going to give us the best chance to get this ball to start on line and stay in play. Okay? TrackMan, pretty much the numbers come up with 90% responsible for the club face angle is 90% responsible for the direction. 10% path, okay? So you can kind of see, those numbers aren't exactly perfect, but you can see the face angle is the most important. I heard this the other day on a podcast. If you think about the PGA Tour, it's ultimately a contest on how good are you at getting the club face back to square, okay? Simply summarized, kind of simply, I like that idea. So you can see the importance of how important that club face is. How is it controlled in the swing? Well, I'd say there's kind of 2 ways. Number 1, check your grip, right? We can have a too far open club face grip or a weak grip, and that's going to tend to make the ball go to the right. If you see that, you might want to change it. We could have too far of a closed face grip, where as I look down, my hands are too far on the right. Okay? That is going to tend to make the ball go too far left. Okay? Could also have more of a neutral grip where my hands are kind of going more straight down that grip. So these are just different grip styles. They're not necessarily bad, but if you are seeing a shot that you can't necessarily stop it from going to the right or stop it going from the left, we probably want to look at that grip. Right? Let's start there. Number 2, let's look at how our wrist angles control the club in the actual swing. When I go back, I could start closing it. And you can see with my wrist angles, I would have a very bowed or arched wrist, okay? I could open that face too much, and now I'm gonna have this extended or cupped wrist, okay? So you can see my wrist angles in the swing. Also, some of my forearm movement is gonna have a lot of effect on that club face, okay? That is primarily how it is controlled in the golf swing, all right? So actionable items for you today is, first off, to make change, we need to have some awareness of what is going on. So what I want you to do is play a little game and get curious. You can do this outside, you can do it inside. But first off, let's figure out what it feels like to do it wrong. So I want you to come down, hit some shots. I want you to actually feel what it is to have it too far open. Okay? So that shot's clearly going off to the right. You can see that club face was too far open, okay? Now, let's see what it feels like to hit that shot too far to the left. Okay? That one's hooking a little bit, but I had that club face a little too close. You can clearly see that ball is going to the left. Now that one, we want to make sure that we understand that that's not over the top. That club face was actually just too close, okay? Ball started left and it actually hooked a little bit, all right? So get curious, play around with it. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Try to hit some shots out to the right, try to hit some shots to the left, and then see if we can feel what it feels like to hit a square shot, okay? Now, one caveat here is that if we completely mishit these shots, we want to just disregard, try it again. We want to get contact somewhat towards the center, and that's going to give us a much better idea of what's going on with that face angle, all right? Another thing we can do, I call these my karate swings, okay? So I want you to get into your setup, and I just want you to make some slow motion swings up to the top. Let's try to be really aware at where this club face actually is, okay, during our swing. I'm amazed when I ask people, hey, show me what a good impact looks like, and they have no idea what to do, okay? So let's just start by making some slow swings. Check that face angle, okay? Come down slow and stop right at that impact, okay? Do it slowly. I call them karate swings because to make a movement in karate or to learn a punch, we do it slow. Then when you get in the actual heat of the battle or the fight, you're ready to perform, you're ready to go, okay? So hit some shots, hit it out to the right, hit it out to the left, get curious, be aware, have fun with it, and then let's also try some slow motion swings, okay? Thanks.